Hi, folks. I'm Jamie Hiles,
I'm Lydia Judy.
I'm Derek Lemaster.
and this is Scream Bloody Movies, the podcast where we review a horror movie each week. And guys, we've got ourselves a doozy of a film tonight when we hit what you would call a minor classic of the 90s. Nobody actually calls it that, I swear to God. Nobody actually calls this movie that. But we are doing the second Leprechaun, Leprechaun 2, The Return of Jafar. Actually, guys, you know what's really funny about this? You know what this movie was named in England?
No.
What?
In the United Kingdom, this movie was called Leprechaun 2, One Wedding and Lots of Funerals.
Oh my gosh. That can't be real.
Oh my God, that's absolutely terrible.
That's from Wikipedia. It says it right there. Also known as One Wedding and Lots of Funerals. Because the one wedding, 4 weddings and a funeral was popular around this time. They got to jump right in that bandwagon. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing all right.
Yeah, doing okay.
Well, I'm doing okay too. But before we jump into Leprechaun 2, which we're going to have a lot of fun discussing, and I'm use the word discuss very loosely. But first, there's some news we've got to talk about. Because this today especially has just been like a celebrities dropping like flies day.
Oh no.
So I don't know if you guys heard, but today it was announced that Chuck Norris passed away yesterday.
Yep, saw that.
I did hear that.
Veteran of the podcast with his classic film Hellbound.
Yep. That's right.
And so, Chuck Norris was beloved by generations, mainly for his meme factor. But that was a big loss to the action community. And then also found out today that just before we started recording, actually, that hang on, let me get all these. Hang on 1 second. I want to get everybody's name right. Okay. Also, this past sometime during this week, it was announced today that Jamie Blanks, the Australian director of Urban Legend and Valentine, both movies that we've done on this podcast, passed away at the age of 54 suddenly,
Saw that.
which is
Wow.
very, very sad. And then finally, this just before we got on the podcast, Nicholas Brendan, who played Xander in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, passed away as well
No! What did you just say?
at the age of 54. Yep, dies in his sleep apparently.
Oh my gosh.
That sucks, man. I loosely followed him over the years just because I love Buffy, and he's had issues with substance abuse and stuff like that. He's got a twin brother, I think.
He
That's
does.
terrible.
Yeah, according to his Facebook statement, he died from his official Facebook page. Family said that he died in his sleep. So that's very sad, very young. You know. But yeah, we just had all this today, just this bombardment. It started in the morning with Chuck Norris, and then I read about Jamie Blanks, and I was like, oh, that's so sad. He was getting ready to start working on another film. He was only 54, has kids and a family. And he was 54 as well. So RIP to all of those guys. They're all Chuck Norris is very loosely horror tangential, but the other ones definitely live in our space. So RIP to those people for sure.
Wow.
But guys, we are here to talk about Leprechaun 2. Also, let's get a little bit of light news first, some happier news before we start into this, which is I went and saw Scream 7 which we'll review at some point. I mean, we have to get through 4, 5, and 6 first. I saw Scream 7, and my thoughts on it are not super high, but I saw it. But this movie is destroying at the box office. It's the highest grossing Scream film at this point in the franchise's history, not adjusting for inflation, because that would still be Scream 1. That movie made like almost $200 million in 1996, which is fucking insane.
Mhm.
But as of now, it's the highest grossing. So we're definitely going to get a Scream 8. Hopefully it's better. We'll see. I'm excited for you guys to, I'm excited for us to catch up so we can, review this thing. Because I have a lot to say about it as well. But guys, Leprechaun 2. Leprechaun 2. What can I say? Derek, you picked this. This was not your first time watching this. I'm certain.
Oh,
Yes?
no. No, I don't remember. Was this direct to DVD?
No, this is actually the last Leprechaun movie to go to theaters.
Okay.
So only the first two had theatrical runs. Which,
There's a
by the
good chance
way,
I didn't see it in theater. Oh, go ahead.
well, by the way, the first movie was made for $900,000 and made like $8 million at the box office. So it was like a sizable hit for Trimark, the company. So that's why a sequel was like churned out pretty quick. And they doubled the budget on this one. It's like the budget on this one's like 1.5 million, and it brought in 2.3 million. So quite the box office drop. But Derek, you were saying you didn't see this in theaters.
I don't think I did. There's like the minimalist chance that I saw this in theaters. But that being said, I do remember at least renting this and watching it on VHS back in the day, shortly after it came out, because like I was a fan of the first one. So yes, I saw this really early.
Lydia, have you ever seen this?
I'm not sure. Honestly, I might have seen it at some point, but it didn't. If I did, it didn't
Probably like
stand out.
Probably like on Sci-Fi Channel or some shit like that.
Yes. Yeah,
They used to
exactly.
run these all the time.
Yeah. So like it would be weird if I didn't see it on Sci-Fi at some point in time.
Yeah. So I remember exactly when I saw this. We rented it on VHS when it came out, because I remember the first movie. I remember seeing the trailers for it, thinking it looked cool and scary. And, I remember Mom and Dad went to the movies to watch this. And I remember Dad telling me about it, and he's like, "Oh, it's funny, these things happen." And he was telling me about like the police car scene, and then the pogo stick scene and stuff. So there's a lot of memorable stuff in that first movie.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's not a great movie, but there's some memorable stuff. And so I was excited. When it came out on VHS, I rented it, liked it. It was spooky enough. It was fun. So when this came out, I immediately rented it. Like, I remember seeing the trailers for it. I remember when it came out, seeing the VHS cover for it and being like, "Mom, we've got to rent it." I remember taking it home and watching it. And guys, I don't think I've seen this movie. I'm sure I saw it on Sci-Fi as well, but I don't think I've really watched it since at least 2000, the early
Oh,
2000s. Like
probably easily. Yeah.
it's been at least a good 20 years. There's things in it that I definitely remembered. And then there's things that I just was like, my mind's eye from being a kid, I was like, "Oh, wow. You're just so easily deceived as a child."
Yeah. Definitely.
Like, remember being like, "Oh, there's so much awesome stuff." And then I watched it today and I was like, "Oh,
I
woof. We
mean,
got some
it
stuff
had
to talk about."
it had its peaks and valleys, but I would say in
I would
total,
say it has more like whoop-de-whoops, where like it
I
kind of
don't
goes,
think
"Whoop,
you
whoop, whoop,
understood
whoop,
my
whoop, whoop, whoop,
reference,
whoop."
but
I
that's
get it.
okay.
I did get it.
Okay.
But it's only like one scene and it's 100% a body double.
Oh, it 100% is, yeah.
100%.
Yep.
It's like shot of breasts and then shot of the actress's face from here up. Shot of
Yeah.
breasts. I was like, well, that's definitely they're not in the same shots. Body double. 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus
But
she's
it,
like, she's like this, and then she takes off her shirt and she's like this. And you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But guys, before like we're gonna talk about all about this movie, but there's something about the beginning of this. That's one of the things I always remembered was the little drawing intro, which I still think is pretty neat because we get to see like just a little bit of the backstory with the little thing. But the cold open, when we get the cold open of this movie, it's fucking so terrible. But
Yeah.
hilarious. So first of all, the plot device of her sneezing 3 times and then he's being married to her unless somebody says God bless you is fucking asinine. Like
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah, it must just be one of those really old, like, folklore things.
I
They're
think
like,
it's a
"Let's use
screenwriter
it."
invention.
Yeah,
That's
I
Think
would
so?
like
say it's
I
yeah,
don't
probably
know.
along those lines, yeah.
it's insane. But
Could
what's
be.
even more insane is we're just kind of thrown into this in media res, which is fine. We see this like slave of the leprechaun for some reason, which by the way, guys, this leprechaun is a different leprechaun than the first movie. You know that, right?
No?
This leprechaun is not the same leprechaun as the leprechaun in the first movie. So basically, in the sequels, you follow a different leprechaun because the first leprechaun is killed in that well.
So, that makes sense, kind of, because, they never explain, it's just like, they're like, "Ah, well, whatever, he died, but we're just gonna pretend like he came back." It didn't that kinda makes sense,
Yeah,
but I would did they give any, like, reference that I just completely missed?
no, but it's basically it's kind of you know the writers and stuff. It's kind of like common knowledge now that like these movies because then in the following sequels you see him like turn to stone and stuff like that, and that we followed that leprechaun. In the original Leprechaun is not really brought back until they do that Leprechaun Returns movie, that
Mhm.
which, years later. But yeah, but this opening is so funny not only because of that, but this is my first time watching this movie in HD, right? I mean, I always remember this movie as, VHS, which in my mind's eye is always super clear. You know what I mean? In your mind's eye, you're like when you think about a movie that you watched on VHS, it's like always like this clear image, but then you watch it and you're like, "Oh my god." Like kind of like when you watch a basketball game and you're like, "Whoa, that's what they fucking looked like? You can't even see the ball." But, um, the HD was not kind to this movie, guys.
No.
The beginning, the when they're when she's about to sneeze and the her father, who's like his slave, is standing there. He's got the worst looking fucking fake beard I've seen in the history of my life. It
Oh
literally
my
looks
gosh.
like it was colored on.
Yeah. It looks
Did you notice that?
yes. I was like, "Wow, that is not a good." I was like, "They couldn't have given this guy, like, a week to just grow some stubble?"
No shit.
Like, what? Why didn't they prepare that guy? Why did they have to do that to him? That's
Ah,
it
it's
looks
so
like pubes
bad.
on his face. Like,
It
it looks so
does, it
bad.
does, it does.
I
It
don't know what
looks
else that
like
could
the
even be.
smack.
Just glue, like, just a layer of glue, pat some nasty old hair into that, and they've got a
Oh,
beard.
man. Dude, that cracked me up. I'm watching it, it's starting, and then that happened. I was like, "Is that fucking marker on his face? This is the worst looking fake beard I've ever seen."
Yeah.
So it
They
doesn't start off
tried, but
well
I
is what
don't
I'm
know.
saying.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
And also what doesn't make sense is, like so I'm guessing the leprechaun can only make her sneeze one time? Because wouldn't logically you would think that he kills the slave guy, and then he's like,
And does it again.
makes her sneeze 3 times, and then she's his bride, right?
Well, it's a, one and done type thing. Very patient leprechaun,
I
by the
guess,
way.
and he
A
has
1,000
to
years.
every 1,000 years he can have somebody which is insane too.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
the whole premise is just like, okay,
it's like
yeah, I
throwing
guess in this
yeah, seeing what sticks to the wall kind of saying, right?
yeah.
Um, but you know what's even worse than that is our main characters, our main couple.
Yep, yep.
They
Oh,
are horrendous.
yeah.
right?
Yeah, everything about him. The only one who's kind of good and he's a shitty character is Morty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The actor is good. The actor is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But those
But
our lead actors are wowzers.
Yeah, the lady probably more than the guy, but neither one of them are very good. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
In the whole like we spend so much time. This movie's paced terribly because we spend so much time on like this, on like that, that dead drive that they're going to take him on, the like tour.
Yep.
We spend so much time with him haggling with customers and getting them into the car and all of that stuff. I'm like, what is this? Like, why is this taking so long? Am
Yep.
I the only one that felt that way, or were you guys
Nope.
feeling that?
I felt it.
I was
At least Clint
interested,
Howard was.
honestly. Yeah. It's
You
like
were
this is where all
interested.
the actors actually were.
Clint Howard pops up for a second, and then there's the 90s dad who's like, hey, that sounds like a great deal.
Yeah. And the girl from Twin Peaks too.
Yep. But this goes nowhere. It's literally just to like cause a rift between them, which is the stupidest thing. It reminds me of you know what it reminds me of, Derek? It reminds me because he has to work because Morty is obliterated. So
Yeah.
in order to make money, he has to work. So he's like, well, I can't let these customers down. We can't return the money. So I've got to do this job. And she's like, oh, well, we were supposed to, I wanted us to hang out and do this. Okay, I get that he changed your plans, but, priorities have to take place sometimes. It reminds me of you having to work, Derek, and Joey getting
Oh.
mad that you wouldn't go watch Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
That caused a
That
feud, by the
happens.
way, that lasted for like a month or almost 2 months.
Oh my
Of
gosh.
Joey and Derek, my cousin Joey, our good friend Joey and Derek, we hung out every night except for this time because they'd be passing ships in the night. They would never communicate. One time, this is really funny. One time, Derek's over. We called Joey to come over so we can get him to kind of hash their stuff out. Derek sees Joey coming. He's like, I'm out of here. And he gets in his mom's minivan and screeches off down the street. Classic stuff.
It was.
But this thing where you're introduced to Morty and all that stuff. What do you guys think of Morty as a character, Derek? You kind of mentioned it.
The actor is, I don't want to say likable because like he is irredeemable as a human being, but like he's at least like fun and
He's
I
charming.
don't know.
Yeah,
He's
he has
that's
charisma.
a really great way to phrase it. He is charming, but man, he
Yeah,
is
and
a con man
he has
through
charisma.
and through.
Yeah.
He does
Yeah.
have a lot of
And-
charisma.
And you know what it is? He's also, besides Warwick Davis, the best actor in the fucking movie. Like,
Mhm. For sure.
by a long stretch. Like he you believe him when he's talking. He's saying his lines. It doesn't sound like he's reading them to you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Like when him and the leprechaun are actually like talking to each other and having a conversation. Best scene in the whole movie.
Yeah, like when they're at the bar. That bar scene's pretty fun. It's a good idea as well. Good setup for him to have like we pay off that non-alcoholic drink that he got at the beginning of the movie. So that's what Morty's drinking. It's a
Mhm.
pretty decent setup and payoff. But man, and we'll get into the direction and the cinematography here in a bit because I've got a lot to say about that. But let's talk about Warwick Davis real fast since we mentioned him. He's good as a leprechaun.
I love
Yeah.
him. He is the leprechaun.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
He's the best.
He's still a lot of fun to watch, right? He's still a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
And
By the way, I did, just for the record, I did find that cover for that alternate title
yeah.
and I
just
texted it to
just
you.
saw it.
And the tagline for this is "The Gold, the Bride, and the Ugly."
Oh, I haven't gotten it yet. That's interesting.
Oh, you
That's
haven't? Yeah,
hilarious.
it's one
No.
wedding and lots of funerals.
That's fucking hilarious. Wow. There you have it.
Oh
One
my
wedding, lots
god.
of funerals. Let's talk about the kills a little bit before we because there's only a couple that are good. The rest of this so there's like
Yeah. The
a
lawnmower
lot.
one is such a disappointment, man.
It's a great setup. It's a great
It
setup
is a
for
great
a
setup,
kill.
yeah.
And I guess they probably didn't have the budget to, but
Most
that's not an
likely.
excuse, man. I mean, we've seen movies with far less money. You know what I mean?
Attempt.
Yeah. The Evil Dead was made for $300,000. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know how you would even attempt to do that, honestly. Like,
I
that's
mean,
a
even if you were gonna do it in the worst way possible, you would just have, like, a dummy stand in and just, like, push its face and, like, watch the I don't know, but
yeah.
anything
And
would have
maybe
been
it's an
better than
That's
MPAA
them,
probably
thing.
why they didn't.
like,
Yeah.
pan it too. And it was
Maybe
yeah,
it's an MPAA thing. It's fun. It's a
could be.
great idea for a scene. It's pretty funny. I like the setup. I do not know what the fuck kind of lawnmower that is. Never seen that before in my life. Monster
They
mower.
must have lots of acreage.
Yeah, they're fucking trying to give Swamp Thing a haircut with that shit. But you know, that's a good bit. But
It
the
is.
rest of them, man, I mean, Morty's stomach thing is interesting, but looks bad,
Oh,
right?
it does look bad, but it
Worse,
actually is, oh, go ahead.
there's no blood.
No, there is no blood,
Yeah.
you're right, even when he rips it open.
Yeah.
And, he also plays a little, and I'm sure I don't know that they drew inspiration from each other at all, but, like, there's a Wishmaster element to that, like, "Oh, you wished for my gold, huh? Alright, well, I'll put it inside you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
wish me out, you gotta help me
Be
get out of this."
careful what you wish for, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, he wishes it out of him and he cuts it out. But it's like, so that would be really cool if we could have saw, at least some blood. It's like basically bloodless. And when
Yeah.
he goes to find, he's like, Morty, no! And he's just like laying there and it's like just clean as a whistle. You're like, he's
Yeah.
got eviscerated. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
The only one I think that is pretty good as far as graphically, like, I mean, it doesn't look amazing, but at least we get to see it, is Michael McDonald's death as the fucking barista,
Oh, yeah.
where he gets his face steamed off.
Mhm.
Yes. That was awesome.
Yeah, doesn't look
I mean,
amazing, but at least
he
we
kinda
see
deserved
something.
it, though. He was
Oh
a
yeah, he was
bit
a
of
prick. He was a prick.
"Are you a little short on cash?"
Yeah.
Little bastard.
Oh my god. But guys, yeah, and then so that's kind of the only death. I mean, we have the security guard, right? He gets killed, but he just kind of gets run over. We don't really see it. It's another off-screen one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I thought the finger bite was the one that got the biggest reaction out of me.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
When
But what's really funny is the finger, when he pulls the finger, like, so that's what I'm saying. HD does not do this movie any favors. When he
Yeah.
holds the card up, you see the prosthetic.
Mhm.
Like when he first holds it, I was like, "Oh, that finger's coming off." Like it comes off the very next bit. I was like, "Oh, well, HD did
That's
not do this
funny.
movie any
I
favors."
didn't
That's for
I
sure.
didn't catch it, so it kind of got me a little bit.
Yeah, maybe I was looking for it because I remembered it, but I really didn't. I just saw his ring, and I was like, "Oh, he's gonna take that ring," and then I saw like you could see like where it was like a fake finger, and the prosthetic was just like on it to hold it there with the makeup to blend it. And I was like, "Wait a
Yeah.
minute," and then it went off.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's fun. But there's also still there should have been like a stream of blood, right? This movie's bloodless.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know they're going for like a more funny tone, goofy tone. Uh, but I mean, at least have a little bit of
The
blood.
tooth. The tooth had a little blood.
That's like the only that in the face melt are the only
Yeah.
ones that kind of had any kind of viscera or anything to note from the special effects standpoint. The makeup on the Leprechaun looks great, right? I mean, that looks pretty
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
still.
Yep, his
Um,
looked good.
yeah, I mean, it's natural prosthetics, so it's real, it's tangible, it looks good. I don't see any seams, it's
Yeah.
blended nice.
You see his hat come off at one point, and it's like, oh
Mhm.
gosh, this guy is such a little creepy monster.
Yeah, with his
Mhm.
freaking he has, like, the fucking Reggie Bannister hair.
Yeah, and his head is just all wrinkly on top. Like it's just so
He's he
like disturbing. Well done
he's
makeup.
rocking the skullet. Yeah, rocking the skullet. Um, I love that Reggie's had that fucking skullet forever, by the way, that's hilarious.
It is.
That's just this look, pulled ponytail, fucking classic. Um, but yeah, besides those sort of, that's kind of like the extent we get for the kill count, and then we get, like, a bunch of scenes that just kind of drag on. Um, and some really bad attempts at comedies. Some of like, do you guys think any of the comedy really lands in this one?
What
No.
comedy?
That's what I'm saying, it's supposed to be funny too, but it's just
I
it's
mean,
not
even yeah,
it's not scary nor funny. It's just kinda there.
it is. Yeah, the writing
Yeah.
was not great in this movie,
The
for
writing
sure. Although they did go from Jennifer Aniston to
Oh yeah.
anybody in this cast.
That's what
by
shocks
the
me the
way, our
most about this
leads
movie.
are Charlie Heath and Siobhan Durkin.
Yep.
But
You know
yeah,
what she
they
reminded
are
me of, Jamie?
a statue? A
She re-
mannequin?
she reminded me of the
Oh,
actress
sick burn.
from Werewolf. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
I could
about?
see that. Yeah, I
Where
could see
she's
that.
like, "This is absolutely fascinating."
Yeah, her, delivery it left a lot to be desired. Now, I mean, let's put the blame not I mean, yeah, the actors are making the performance, but it's the director's job to pull the performance out of the actor and to kind of get the best out of the movie, and I think that the direction of this movie is just flat terrible.
Yeah, it's not great.
Like,
Pretty
It's
bad.
not great.
there's no tension, the comedy doesn't land, and there's no, horror, obviously. But, like, there's some ideas that could be fun and whimsical and funny. But, like, for instance, uh, there's a bit where they're in that office forever, right? Where Morty gets killed and everything. And they're in this office forever. And this scene in this location, I feel like is 300 years long. It just is so long. And there's a bit where um the detective or the guard comes in and he's kind of walking through the office. And it's like there's just zero tension there. So we're just kind of watching this fucking guy walk around an office. And then we do this terrible, like, kind of push up to see, like, him hiding in, like, an open grate, like, in the ceiling. I'm like, "What is
Yeah,
going on?"
like that would have been the most noticeable thing in the entire room.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe that's, like, they wanted that to be the joke, but they don't land it. It's not, like, funny. They don't shoot it funny where it's like, "Ooh," or anything. It's just there's no tension and there's no momentum. Like, the movie
Yeah.
just kind of trugs along instead of we also have another one that goes on and on, is when they're trying to figure out the paths in the goddamn Leprechaun lair.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
They first of all, that set is just I mean, you could tell it's like fucking a 3-foot set. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, with a
you could
couple
tell
doors.
because they don't hide it. Yeah, they don't hide it with the cinematography. They don't make it I mean, you could shoot a movie in a location that's the size of this office, really, as far as, um, if you dressed it differently in certain ways and make it feel expansive if you shoot it interestingly. But they're all just kind of these flat shots. And, like, when they're, like, in the Leprechaun's lair, it's shot like a fucking stage play. It's just here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
And you feel like it's just the backdrop of a stage. Do you guys feel that too?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume that's what it was. So yeah, it definitely came across that way. It
And
was
then
either
there's
that way or they had no vision of how to actually shoot this scene.
I don't think they did. I
Yeah.
don't like like crapping on directors. Making movies is hard. This was
Yeah.
directed by Rodman Flender, who you know, has made not a lot of stuff. He did a documentary on he directed an episode of Dawson's Creek. He joined Conan O'Brien on the road as part of this tour, which is a great bit, but it's like I guess he also he directed Idle Hands. So it's not like
Oh.
and we had some problems. We had some problems with direction in that movie, but that
Mhm.
one at least has some kinetic energy, right?
Yeah, for sure. That
Yeah.
one is so much fun.
Yeah, this just and I mean this might be a budget issue as well, but there's just I feel like there's and it could be cinematography as well.
I
But
think so.
it just I mean I think it's both. I definitely think it's direction because I mean that's the guy that's steering the ship, you know.
Right.
It's kind
Yeah.
of like, that the buck stops there, kind of like what's supposed to be in, political office as well. The buck stops at the top. But it's like the buck stops here. And it's just I feel like this thing is kind of lifeless, especially for a
Well,
sequel to Leprechaun.
yeah. And I have so many problems with that leprechaun's home. Whatever he keeps saying, like, "Oh, a leprechaun's house has many things," whatever. Like, your house doesn't look creepy at all. It looks like a set. It's lit like a set. It's got
The
like
lighting is
foam props
atrocious.
everywhere. The lighting is what kills it. I mean, you have,
Yeah,
in the
the
first
the
one,
s-
he's locked in a box in the basement. It's just a crate that he's locked in that has a four-leaf clover on it. But that basement is so atmospheric compared to this leprechaun's home, which should be terrifying and whimsical and like it's just lit with
yeah,
like a ceiling lamp, you know?
dude, that's what I'm saying. They flatly lit it like a play.
Mhm.
But yeah, you're right. It is lit terribly. Like it is just so like you said, a floodlight on it, right?
Mhm.
Just lit it up. And then they try to like kind of light the entryways. And they kind of try to get some cool camera angles when they're running through the same hallway 14 times.
Yeah.
But it's like yeah, each time you're just ended up in that like they could have if they would have made that lit darker and like painted it instead of like being like just oak, which is, it's supposed to be in a tree, but you could add some moss on it, make it look,
Yeah.
you know, make it look rotten, like it's rotting from the
Haunted.
inside, anything like that. Yeah. But no, they don't do that. And then when
No.
he is fighting, when Cody, our lead character, Cody, is fighting the fucking skeleton, that scene goes on for 25 minutes.
Of her dead great 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 grandfather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes on and on and on. And, like, it cuts between him fighting this skeleton, like Bride of the Monster style. Ah!
Yeah.
And it cuts between that, and it cuts between, her trying to pick up that tool for, like, literally, it's like 10 minutes, I feel like. I'm like, "What is going on? There's no tension
Mhm.
here. I know you're trying to cross cut to create" I know in the editing room, they're like, "We gotta cross cut this to create some tension." Because they had to have looked at this thing and been like, "This has no energy. This is
What have
lifeless.
we done?
Let's see if we can pick it up in editing. Let's try to kind of cross cut and make it faster." No. No, it did not help.
Nope.
And then, it the blocking in the staging is just, I think, really bad in this movie.
Yeah. I agree.
Like, every single struggle and fight scene is just not
And
good.
and with the acting, it just makes it 10 times worse.
Yes. Like, there's a scene speaking of blocking, there's a scene that cracks me up. After they find the boyfriend's dead body, the police do. So they're on the police are talking to Morty. We see a police officer talking to Morty in like kind of in the street, and there's like very very little extras around, but it's him. And then they cut to just Cody standing, like, openly in the middle of the street. Then cut to Morty, and he goes, and then Cody's in the middle of the street and then runs away. And I was like, you couldn't have shot that more discreetly. You know what I mean? Had him kind of coming through a crowd of people, and then he sees him, and he's like, kind of no. And then he's like, oh, I've got it. And he kind of goes into the mass of people or the crowd of people. But I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That is terrible.
And you know what else irritated me? Nobody
What?
mentioned they're like, oh, the girl went missing, and that's why they're all looking for you. Don't they think that he killed the other guy also?
They do. They think he killed the guy
Why
and he
don't they
kidnapped
talk
her.
about that?
The one security guard does. He says, "Oh, did you kill him too? You're killing everybody across town."
Oh, okay. I
Which
must
would
have missed it.
actually
I
be
was
only
just like,
two people.
I was
But
like,
whatever.
she's missing, but you have a dead body. Like, why aren't you really concerned about that?
Mm-hmm.
Not only
There's
a dead
another
body,
thing.
but like a faceless body, which is messed up.
Yeah, an eviscerated body. But there's another bit in the same section, speaking of blocking, that fucking literally I laughed out loud. It killed me. When they go into the bar, right? There's a shot of these two police officers just standing at the bar. You know what I'm talking
Okay.
about?
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about,
Dude,
Derek?
I think so,
that's
yeah. Is this when they see the leprechaun?
Before they see the leprechaun, when they first walk into the bar. Yeah, the
Yeah,
leprechaun
but
at
it's
the
the
door.
same scene.
Yes. They
Yeah.
walk into the door, and then it's the same bit where we get a shot of them and they're reacting. They're like, and the police officers are like
that's so
like
Yeah.
this
funny.
weird lit, and it's like really awkward shot. And then another one walks by, and he's like,
Yeah.
"This is Billy Club." I was like, "What is this
So
thing?"
funny. Also,
Yep.
when the actor, like, I know we've seen him in a ton of things, but the actor who's dressed as a leprechaun who goes into the bathroom with the chocolate,
Want the
Yes.
gold?
when
Yes.
he walks up to the urinal, I mean, that
Tony
actually did make
Cox
me laugh.
That's supposed to
is
be
his
a joke.
name.
That one actually lands. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
pretty
that
funny.
one was funny. I was like, oh no, this guy's about to have a hard time with this.
Yep.
Yeah, the bar scene is kind of the only bit that kind of works. You know what I mean? That's Tony Cox, by the
Mhm.
way, is that actor.
Yeah.
You recognize him from Me, Myself, and Irene when he says one of my favorite lines, which is Jim Carrey as Charlie says, "You said we'd eat well, blubber." He says, "She will be eating blubber as soon as I free Willie." That's a funny movie too. But yeah, this bar scene's kind of the only one that really works, I feel like. The go-kart scene had it had promise to work. It just wasn't
did,
shot
yeah.
very well.
Yep.
Because the only reason, 100%, and I mean, I don't know this from any behind the scenes stories or anything, but logically, I think the only reason the go-kart scene is in this movie is because the Power Wheel scene in the first movie was so popular.
Yeah.
That
So they're like,
that makes sense.
let's do it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
Yep.
that's our
Let's do it
thing.
again. Yeah, this was people loved this. Let's do that again. Because again, like that movie, the first one, made $8 million off of a $900,000 budget. So it's like they're like, oh yeah, we found us a horror franchise. We're gonna rake in the gold. Then this one came out and made a fraction, not even a third of what that one did. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to make these direct to video from now on, so we don't have to pay
Yeah.
distribution costs.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you think
and
if they would have
we'll
went scarier instead of funny, it would have maybe like caught on better?
no, I
Maybe a
think
different director.
that's what I'm going to. I
Different
think with a
actors.
different script and maybe different actors and a different crew. I think leaning into the comedy isn't the problem because the third
Mhm.
one leans into the comedy still, but I think it's a better movie than this. We
Yeah.
haven't done it yet, but I don't think that's really the problem with the character because I mean the Leprechaun in the Hood movies are beloved. and they're
Right.
goofy as hell, but they also have some kind of craft behind them.
Yeah.
This is just kind of craftless. Like, is kind of the
Yeah.
only way I can put it. It's like a product that was pushed out, I feel like.
Yeah. I
And
think you're right. This
I
feels like
mean,
a lot of B movies that came out around that time, so kind
mhm.
of makes sense.
Yeah, it's just really weird because, like, I don't remember it ever just being so flat. And I really love the poster to this movie, like the regular poster of the
Mhm.
leprechaun, and it looks like he's standing in the city. He's holding a candle. I was like, oh, this brings a lot of promise. This is kind of cool. They don't really fulfill that promise because he's mostly in, fucking tree sets and fenced in backyards, essentially. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I do think it's kind of a fun idea that if he has his gold, he can't hurt him. Um,
Yeah.
But that was not
because
the
it kind of
That
case in the first
elongates
one.
it.
contradicts, by the way, the
No,
first movie.
no,
Yeah.
it does 100% contradict the first movie because, I mean, he tries to cut old boy's face off with
Yeah.
his shoe buckle to get that gold coin.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
another thing that they just changed in this one. But yeah, it kind of had some fun, and then Iron killing him is okay too, I suppose.
Yeah, I like that.
Um,
I like that effect a lot actually when the iron lights up when he grabs it.
Mhm.
yeah, that effect is cool, especially when they're in the. I like when he's in the safe, and every time he touches it, like you see the hot spot. That's kind of cool too.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like the
Um,
safe scene.
I like the
Well,
idea and the
that
setup
part
of
of
the
it.
safe scene, like how he pushes it at the doggy door and lets him in. That's kind of good. But Morty's scene after that is just like fucking so nonsensical and stupid.
And it makes me so mad because I liked Morty so much and I was like, how could you be so stupid and
Mhm.
selfish in this moment?
He thought he could
So
outsmart,
frustrating.
he was the ultimate con man. He conned himself.
He did. You
Terrible.
played yourself.
He's like, ooh, I'm dealing with a greedy man.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
know what these are like. And then who saw the chocolate coin coming?
Oh, they
Everybody, right?
telegraphed that one from a mile
Yes.
away.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was
And
like,
yeah, I mean,
he was like, she kisses different or something. And I was like, you gave him that
y-
before she kissed you, right? I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe I'm
no,
wrong
she
about
kisses
that.
him first. She kisses him
Okay.
first,
Okay.
and then he
And he
hands it
was
to
like,
her. But
I'll give
either
you the
way,
chocolate coin.
it's
But then he would have known, like the leprechaun would have known that that wasn't gold, like immediately, right?
You would
I don't
think.
know. Because he senses it, right? He knows when it's
Yeah.
near, so you think so.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's all nonsense,
Lydia, take your
It is.
logic and leave.
which is fine if the movie is fun. I don't get hung up on details like that. If the movie's fun, who cares?
Yeah.
You're along for the ride, right?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
movie's not very fun. Movie's just not very fun. At least I don't think. It's not a patch on the first movie, which is not a good movie. I mean, what did we give the first Leprechaun, Derek?
You gave it a 5.5. Lydia gave it a 6, and I gave it a 6.5. Nostalgia got me there.
Yeah,
But
nostalgia for sure. So, are
I
you guys
still
ready to
feel
rate
the
this thing?
nostalgia.
I've already rated it.
All right, Derek, what do you?
Well, let's just say nostalgia did not have a hold on my heart this time. Look, we have watched worse movies. We
Way
have.
worse. Way worse.
Warwick Davis alone gets this movie at least a 3. And that's what I gave it because he's the only goddamn thing in this movie that was worth it.
Give
So
it
I
a
gave it a
3.
3.
What do
Yeah.
you think, Lydia?
Oh man, this is a tough one, honestly, because I did not hate this movie. But I am kind of a sucker for like B movies that came from the 90s. Like I've been watching plenty of them lately, on my own time. So, uh dang, I don't know.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna
a
give it
a lot
a
of B movies are fun. This is just not a lot of fun, I don't think.
yeah, you're right. I don't know. I I think I'll give it a 5, which
Okay.
maybe
Um,
I don't know. It's I'm
who knows?
I'm just not hating it. I'm not hating it.
I am not a
You
fan of
do
this movie.
you. You do you.
I'm just flat
Fine.
out not a fan of this movie. I went into it expecting to have fun. I was excited to watch it after so long and, like, yeah, let's revisit this. This will be fun. I didn't love it. I was gonna make a joke at the beginning. Uh, this movie's called Leprechaun 2. It should be called Leprechaun 2 out of 10.
I'll put you
I'm
down,
not gonna give
penciling
it
it in.
I'm not gonna give it a 2. It's not that bad. I'm with you, Derek. I'm gonna be a little more generous and give it a 3.5.
Okay.
But it's not very good. This is one of the weak. This is definitely, I think, might be the weakest of these. I don't know. I think part 4 is probably pretty fucking terrible when they go to space. Haven't seen it in a long time though. But like, I could see why this was the last theatrically released of these. Like, for sure. Because I can imagine going to the theater and watching this and can you imagine sitting in the theater and watching this? It would be
I
like
think
beyond
I would love
disappointing.
that.
Oh, I would have hated it. As a kid, I might have liked it. But as an adult,
Do they make movies
paying your
like
hard-earned
this
money to go
anymore?
see this. Bad ones? Yeah, all the time.
Just wondering because I'm like thinking in like 30
That
years,
go to a
are we gonna
movie
look
theater?
back on
That would be.
yeah, like are we gonna look back
Yeah,
on like
they
movies
do.
from now and be like, "Ooh, that movie was so bad
Yeah, some of them. Oh,
in
yeah,
this
yeah. I
in
mean,
this
I
way,
remember
like in this quality wise,
no well, I don't know. I think Punisher Warzone was pretty bad. That's one of the worst theatrical experiences I ever had, is I
What
went to
one?
watch Punisher Warzone, and Punisher Warzone. And I mean,
Yeah.
it has some action, so at least it moves forward, but it makes no sense. It's really bad. It's really bad. And I remember that's one of the few movies that I almost was just like, maybe we should leave because this is not good. And I was kind
Mhm.
of excited. And I think Ray Stevenson was a great Punisher. I really do. But like, the movie was terrible. It just sucked.
I've seen clips. I've seen clips of that. That does look pretty rough.
It's pretty rough. You don't like that one either, do you, Derek?
No. Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of action, but it was, no, I did not. The
The Tom
story
Jane one I
sucked.
like. I still think it's pretty fun.
Yeah,
Right?
agreed.
It's fun. Yeah, it's good. John Travolta is absolutely terrible in it, but make Castle dead. But yeah, Leprechaun, man. Fucking Leprechaun. All right. So that's Leprechaun 2 out of 10. So what do you guys think? It's time to Atkinize this thing. Who do you think the great Tom Atkins would play in this? Morty? He'd have to be Morty, I guess. Oh, no. Let's just replace the lead with Tom Atkins.
Yeah. Makes
That
the
would
most
be
sense.
better.
Yeah.
Immediately a
Agreed.
better film.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
this is going to be crazy. I've got like a radical idea. Let's replace every actor that's not Warwick Davis
I knew you were gonna go there.
with Tom Atkins.
Yep. I feel you. I don't
Or just
disagree.
replace them in general. That would be fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leprechaun 2, not the best. Definitely worse than I remembered. But you know what? We've got a shitload more Leprechaun movies, and it's probably not the worst one because there's also that terrible one that WWE made with Hornswoggle, where he's like a gremlin-looking guy. That one's probably the fucking worst one.
I did not even put that together, man. I did not even realize that. Fucking
It's
Hornswoggle
terrible.
is the leprechaun.
Yeah, awful. All right, guys. It's my turn to pick. So, I've been giving this a lot of thought. And you know whose film we haven't done in a while? We haven't done one of the Masters in quite a while. So, what I'm suggesting is, Scream is real popular at the box office currently, and they're talking about it. But I'm going to zig where you zag, because we're not going to do a Scream sequel, guys. We are instead going to do Wes Craven's Red Eye.
Red Eye
With
with
Cillian Murphy and Rachel McAdams.
Nice.
Ooh, I've never seen this movie.
Ooh, I'm
Excellent.
excited.
Red Eye is currently streaming on Pluto TV, Hulu, Stars, Paramount Plus, and Amazon Prime. You can rent it there, and it's on Fubo, Lydia. So it's
Perfect.
everywhere. Yep, everything that's on Fubo is a win for us. So that'll do it for us to this evening, guys. Thanks for tuning in and checking out Leprechaun with us. Let us know your thoughts on Leprechaun. Were we too harsh on the Lep? Should we have gotten baked and then watched it? Maybe we would have enjoyed it more.
Mhm.
Probably. Let us know down below your thoughts. Also, give us any suggestions you have for new films to do in the future. Stay tuned because we have some announcements regarding the short film. I promised that we would announce a title, and I'm going to announce a title right here for the short film, guys. This is breaking news because not even Derek and Lydia know the title of this movie. They know what it is, but they don't know the title. So I'm going to tell you guys the title right now. The title to our new short film is called High Stakes. So check that out. It's on the way. We are currently in the pre-production process on that. We are also in the pre-production phase of our feature film, Secret Admirer. You can watch the opening scene at the end of this. It'll play right at the end of this episode. So check that out. Give it a like and comment. And you can follow us online at HiLaProductions.com and on Facebook at HiLa Productions. So please share, like, subscribe, and watch those things and watch all those spaces for news on both Secret Admirer and High Stakes. So, guys, until next week for Derek Lemaster and Lydia Judy, I'm Jamie Hiles. Remember, if you're going to scream, you scream bloody movies.